Hey everyone, what's going on? So next year will make 10 years since Grand Theft Auto 5 come out, which feels crazy to say considering I remember the day that this game launched. Um, we wanted to do a Grand Theft Auto 5 retrospective, kind of talk about, you know, the game's launch and up till now. And Skylar actually just recently played the game for the first time. I wanted him to play it for a very long time because I'm a Rockstar fanboy, and he finally did, and he apparently loved it. So I'm excited to hear his thoughts, and I'm also excited to share some of my own personal launch memories of GTA 5, and we might even look forward to like GTA 6 and some things that we want to see in GTA 6 and stuff. So just figured it'd be a fun video to talk about a game that not only had a big impact on me, but also the industry. It was massive, and it still is. So let's get into it. First, Skylar, I just want to hear your opinions because, like I said, we have a very interesting dynamic. I'm like kind of a veteran, I guess. Like I've played Grand Theft Auto pretty much all my life. I was there at GTA 5's launch, whereas Skylar is a newcomer to the series. He just recently beat GTA 5, and I'm just interested to hear your thoughts. So, what do you think of it?
Yeah, I am a newcomer to the Grand Theft Auto series. I've only beaten GTA 5, and I've gotten pretty close to beating GTA 4, but I never finished it. I I absolutely love GTA 5, and I would say that it's Rockstar's magnum opus. I would say it's their best game.
Yeah, I
I,
mean,
I enjoyed it better than both Red Dead's.
yeah, that's the thing is like you have a lot of people that go back and forth. I think that obviously in terms of quality, I think that Red Dead 2 upped GTA 5 only because like I don't know, like I think it's the quality, I guess the bar. I think the bar was raised with Red Dead 2, but I think there is something to say for like GTA 5, which game is more fun to play? And I would absolutely go with GTA 5. I think GTA 5 is more fun to play than Red Dead 2. Um, like I said, I still
I
believe
will
that in
say
terms of
that
quality. Go ahead.
I do think that if I if I had to choose like which one I would play through for the story, I would say that Red Dead 2 has like a better story and like better characters.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Like I would say that Arthur Morgan and like Dutch and John Marston, I would say those are like Rockstar's best characters, especially Arthur and John.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But like I think I prefer like GTA 5 as like a game more so as a game.
Yeah. See that.
And like mission variety and stuff like that. I have a
Mm-hmm.
lot to say about mission variety as we go on,
Yeah.
but I think I would prefer GTA 5 as a game, and maybe Red Dead 2 as more like a more character focused and like more story driven experience.
Yeah, I would agree 100% with that. I mean, I think that like you said, in terms of just a game, what is the better game in terms of playing it and just having fun? GTA 5, without a doubt. There's just so much to do. There's so much fun to have, and there's so many different ways to have fun. Whether it's being on the streets or getting in a car or airplane or all these things. Like there's a lot to do in the world, and but yeah, I mean, if you want better the best characters, the best story, obviously Red Dead is, that's that kind of game for that. So yeah, I would agree with that. But and just continue on with your thoughts on GTA 5.
I want to say that the number one thing that stuck out to me, and what still does, what makes this game so great to me, is like the dynamic of the three characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like how you have Franklin, Michael, and Trevor, and you can switch to them anytime you want throughout the world, and how switching between three characters and what that brings to like the gameplay and the mission variety, because I think it brings so much.
It does. Yeah, it always like I remember even my first time playing through the game, just you just never knew, like there was always been like something new being thrown at you. You never really knew what to expect, and it just always felt so fresh when you would switch. Like there'd be times where like there'd be days where I would just play as Franklin, and then the next day I'd switch over and play more as Michael, and it kept it really fresh, like. You know, because sometimes in games, especially really long games, and Rockstar does make really long games, like when you spend so much time with a character, like you grow to love them, but I guess sometimes you also, there's things that you sometimes you get tired of. Like Trevor would have never worked if you just played as Trevor the entire game. I would have got really annoyed.
Mm,
If I had to play as Trevor for 60 hours, I would have gotten really annoyed. Trevor works so well because he is exactly what he needs to be. Like Trevor, I love Trevor as a character. Don't get me wrong. Like I think Trevor really like adds such a unique dynamic to the group, and I love his and Michael's interactions so much. But if I had to play as him for 60 hours, I don't know. I think that I would have gotten just. I think it would have been so easy to like play for an hour and then just get so tired of the things that he is doing because he is so crazy. But that's like because of the three-player dynamic. I think it works so well because he's so crazy. Because he's so different than the other two. Like he really is insane, and I think that Trevor is like the embodiment of Grand Theft Auto. Like he is literally what the series is all about, and that's why I love him so much.
yeah, and like I'll never forget like the feeling I had like playing through GTA 5 and like, well, you have Michael and Franklin together. But I was just sitting here wondering, I was like, is Franklin going to get introduced to Trevor? I was like, how's this meeting going to go down?
Hmm.
Like, I was really, rooting for like all these characters, and I was really excited to see them all together. Like, I really enjoyed uh, all three of the protagonists. I thought they were all great, well written characters.
I agree. Yeah, there wasn't one person in the group that I didn't like. Like I said, like if I had to play as Trevor the entire game, like just him the entire game, I think I might have got a little annoyed sometimes. But I just think they work. They all work so well, and they all bring something different to the group. And like Michael and Trevor's relationship, versus Franklin and Michael's relationship, and then Trevor is just the wild card where he's just crazy. Like I love that. What did you think of when Michael and Trevor first met again in the city, Los Santos, after so long?
I I thought Trevor was going to beat the living crap out of Michael
That's what I thought too.
for what went down at the beginning of the game and like Brad and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I thought that Trevor was going to beat the living crap out of Michael
I
because
love the way.
literally, like
Go
when
ahead.
you're first introduced to like Trevor, like you mentioned, like Trevor's like such a wild card. Like when you're first introduced to Trevor, like literally he takes a guy outside and he like stomps his head in with his boot.
Yeah, that was actually a character in that guy that he killed. You probably don't know this. That was a character in GTA 4. In the he was I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I can't. It's been so long, but I'm pretty sure the guy that Trevor kills is the like the main character in the Lost in the Damned DLC for GTA 4. That was who you played as. I'm pretty sure he was either the main character in that or one of the supporting characters, but he was like a very prominent character in the Lost in the Damned GTA 4 DLC.
The only honestly, there really wasn't much references to like uh, past GTA games, like GTA 4. I did notice like one Lester said something about when they was doing a jewelry heist. Lester mentioned something about there was a guy in Liberty City doing gang runs, but he's kind of died down.
Hmm.
But other than that, there's not really. I don't think there's a lot of references to any of the past GTA games. Is that kind of normal for the series, or?
There was references, but it's been so long. Like one of the people that you can get for heists. I can't remember if this was in the campaign or in the online, but you could get what was his name in GTA 4? He was that dude that you did some missions with. I can't remember his name. He was the one who you robbed the bank with in GTA 4. Um, like the one you went to his house and all that. I can't remember his name. He was actually a character that you could do heists with, and I can't remember if he was in the campaign heist or just online. But if you do the heist with him, he confirms the canon ending in GTA 4, which I'm not going to say it because you haven't beat GTA 4 yet. But you can actually do heists with him. I can't remember if that was in the campaign or online, but there was references. I don't think that they were like as many. Um, I don't I don't think that GTA games don't make it like they don't all the time drop like Easter eggs. Their Easter eggs are just kind of hidden. Like in the world, you'll find like a lot of callbacks to older GTA games. Like obviously when GTA 5 launched, I will never forget this, but everyone made it their mission to go to Grove Street. Everyone like leading up to the launch of GTA 5, everyone was like, what does Grove Street look like? Is CJ going to be in GTA 5? Um, and their Rockstar subtly did things like so many videos you'll see of people saying that they spotted CJ because there's people who sort of wear CJ's attire in the game, and but like they do it like subtly, like they don't all the time drop that stuff. Like that thing that you were talking about with Nico that Lester said, that was like a direct like reference to Nico, saying that he kind of went quiet, meaning that he's just kind of off the grid. But then there was other references where you could find if you're in Michael's house, there's one part where Jimmy is just sitting at the table on the laptop. If you look at what he's looking at Nico Bellic's Life Invader page. Like little things like that, like that they do, but they don't subtly like drop that stuff in like cutscenes and stuff.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I mean,
I did not know that about Jimmy's laptop.
yeah, I would just recommend going and looking up like an Easter egg video. There's a lot of Easter eggs in GTA 5. Like Rockstar always fills their games full of Easter eggs. It's just it's not like I said, especially with the past references and stuff. They don't like make it their mission to like call out that stuff in dialogue. Each GTA game they want it to feel separate in its own way. Like they don't want to make it like always calling back to the past. It's really about moving forward. But then they'll subtly reference those things, and then they'll include things like there's loads of side characters, and there's loads of references to like Liberty City. You'll get references to Vice City and stuff and all that stuff, but it's not stuff that's kind of like thrown in your face. You have to look for it.
Okay.
But was there anything else to note, like anything that kind of pops out when you think about GTA 5? Something that either impressed you, something that shocked you, something maybe you didn't like?
Um. Well, I was thinking like as I was playing it and when I beat it, because the only other GTA game I played was 4, and I was just kind of making like these mental comparisons of the two games, and I think GTA 5 does a lot of things better than GTA 4. Of
Hmm.
course, it's like a sequel that's to be expected,
Yeah,
but one of the things like I noticed instantly was the driving in GTA 5. I know like some people prefer the driving in GTA 4 where it's more realistic.
yeah,
I didn't really enjoy the driving in GTA 4 that much.
yeah,
I kind of felt like every car was like it was on ice. I
hmm,
didn't really much care for the driving in GTA 4, and I thought GTA 5 had like much better driving.
yeah.
And
It,
when you're actually playing as Franklin, he has a special ability to like slow down time, and that can help with like curves and car chases, and it's just the driving is just less frustrating in general, and it's way better in my opinion.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the driving thing is something that a lot of people will debate. It just really depends on what you're looking for. I have an appreciation for both. I mean, GTA 4 GTA 4 driving forces you to really watch what you're doing, and it forces you like in GTA 5 you can go 100 miles per hour down the freeway and you don't have to worry about anything. Like, but GTA 4 you can't really do that. Like, the moment you start going fast, it's going to be hard for you. And like I said, I think there's valid arguments for both. Like I don't know, I've sort of I've had preferences for both at like many different times. Like I know in the past I've said in the I prefer GTA 4 because it felt more realistic and it punished you for not being like for just driving recklessly. It punished you for that. Like and it really made you think when you were driving. Like all right, I've got to watch out. Like if I don't watch out what I'm doing, these people are going to kill me or whatever. Whereas in GTA 5 you don't really feel that because like, it's just the driving is very like arcade like style driving, but it also makes for just funner gameplay. Like I don't think nobody would deny that the GTA 5 driving makes for funner gameplay, and it does, which is ultimately why they went with it. And I think in GTA 6 they'll continue that style of driving because it just makes for funner gameplay, and that argument will always win. If it makes for better gameplay, then it probably should be in the game. So, but I do have an appreciation for like the GTA 4 driving. But I understand why someone wouldn't like it.
Another thing I thought was better compared to GTA 4, and it's kind of one of my big complaints of GTA 4 was the mission variety.
Yeah.
I don't really remember a lot of the missions, and but like the ones that are like sticking out in my head are like car chases,
Yeah.
tailing, assassination missions and stuff like that. I felt like a GTA 4 had a lot of the same missions that kind of blended in, but like GTA 5, I feel like GTA 5 has like really good mission variety. I feel like I'm always, doing something, different in GTA 5. And like the missions where like you have the three characters,
Hmm.
you're able to like switch perspectives from like Franklin's, Michael's, and Trevor. That just adds so much more to like the gameplay and stuff like
Yeah. It. I think it's clear that they made it their mission with GTA 5. Like, let's let's give like let's constantly throw new things at them. Cause yeah, I mean, I'll agree. Cause I recently I replayed. Well, I guess not recently anymore. 2019 was when I replayed GTA 4, and I definitely noticed it. I was like, man, the main thing that you're doing in this game is you get in a car, you chase someone down, you kill them. Like that's kind of what the missions are in GTA 4, and they don't mix it up that much, hardly at all. Like, um, so
that. And I even enjoy the more slower like stuff that that doesn't like involve like bank heist and like assassination missions and just more of the simpler mundane stuff like when Trevor goes to the construction site
yeah,
and
yeah,
like when he's moving around trailers. I enjoyed that. Like I enjoyed like the more the more slower mundane stuff about GTA 5. I think GTA 5 had some of the best mission variety I've seen in a video game.
it does have really good mission variety. Yeah, I've saw some people, say like, oh, there's some times where you're just doing dumb things, but like some people will like say like, oh well, you can drive a tow truck as Franklin, that's one of the side missions or whatever. And it's like I just think it's there, for you to like. It's just there for you, and it's not. Like, I don't want the same things because that's kind of how it was in GTA 4. Like there was never missions that really threw anything new at you. Like it was pretty much like you said, like hey, this guy's getting away, get in a car, go chase him, or tell this person, don't let them see you, that kind of stuff, or chase this person down and beat him up or whatever. Like I appreciate in GTA 5, all the new and different types of things that they threw at you, and pretty much everyone else appreciates that as well. Like I said, I've only heard a couple people say, "Oh, yeah, there's some stupid stuff you do in the game," but they really did do a fantastic job with the mission variety in the game.
And then like it seems like every like 10 missions or so, you have like a big heist planned up. So you always
Yeah,
have that to look forward. And like each heist is like totally different.
yeah, the heists were just. I could go on and on about the heist. I mean, it was the thing that going into it was like one of the big things they were marketing. Like, hey, we're going to let you do full heist because again, in GTA 4 you do have that one mission where I can't remember his name, maybe Patrick or something. I can't remember what his name was, but you plan the bank heist and you do a bank heist in GTA 4. But in the similar GTA 4 style, like you you run in, and it was actually I'll give it credit. It was actually kind of cool even in GTA 4. But
I
the idea
remember
of
that.
like
That
yeah, like the idea in GTA 5 was like we're going to let you plan the heist. We're going to let you go about it in different ways. We're going to let you pick the crew. We're going to let you pick how you want to do it. Do you want to go and run and gun? Do you want to go stealth? Like that was something that everyone was excited for, and I was so excited to get into the campaign and do those. And I mean, they blew me away, and they're still fun to do to this day. Which is, I mean, that's what's so impressive about GTA 5 is you can play GTA 5 almost 10 years later and still be blown away. Someone who hasn't played GTA 5 before, can go in a 10-year-old game. We're talking about a game that's 10 years old and is still mind blowing. The things that they were doing in this game. It just goes to show how boundary pushing it was, and how big it was. Um, I mean, it really is a landmark title. It really is. It's a big title for the industry, and it just goes to show, all this praise, not only coming from someone who has the nostalgia, was there day one, but someone who literally just played it and is blown away. And I think that speaks volumes for GTA 5.
yeah, I would definitely say GTA 5 is a certified classic.
Oh yeah, it's a classic, and I mean, GTA 6 got a lot to live up to. I mean, it's got some big shoes to fill. Um, I don't know. I mean,
I
go ahead.
I don't see Rockstar doing the three characters again. They're not going to like retread the same ground. They're not going to do the same thing again. I just my personal opinion, and Rockstar, they could blow me away whenever they decide to show GTA 6, but I just don't know how like I just don't know how you can top like GTA 5. I think that is like peak GTA. I haven't played any of the classics, but I just think that is like peak GTA. Like switching between the characters and like getting like each like a new perspective, like each
Yeah.
of their perspective, like what's going on, their surroundings. I just don't know that can be if that can be topped with one character. I kind of think that's peak GTA, but I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, GTA 5 definitely felt like the peak. I mean, I was there day one, and it felt. I mean, even just playing it, the social reaction, how massive it was, it really did feel like the peak. Um, and you do sort of wonder, like, can it be topped? Can that moment be topped? I'll always believe in Rockstar
If
until they give me a reason not to. I just think it'll be a different feeling, because I remember people having those same sort of questions with Red Dead 2. Like I remember people wondering, like, is Red Dead 2 going to have three characters? But Red Dead 2 had one character, but look at how great that game still was. Like everyone cared about Arthur Morgan. I think that they've just got to introduce something new. I mean, maybe they change. Uh, I know some people have mentioned this, and I've thought about this also. Maybe they do a tonal shift for GTA. Maybe GTA 6 is more serious. Maybe GTA 6 tells a darker story, like, something like a Red Dead would. I don't know. And then that way
that's what
you could
I want
focus
to
on
say.
one character.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe if they did do like one character, maybe like GTA could have like a more serious tone, and like
hmm
uh, you could have like a Arthur Morgan level character.
Yeah, see, I would actually be really interested in that
Because
because, well, GTA
I
4 was
love
supposed to be a tonal shift. Go ahead.
I love the three main protagonists in GTA 5, but none of them's really like an Arthur or a Dutch
Yeah.
or a John.
I, I think that is the next step. I think that is something that they'll probably look at. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, but I think that they might try to tell a very personal story with GTA 6. Like GTA 4, it was supposed to be a tonal shift, and it was a tonal shift. I mean, if you look at what came before GTA 4 with like 3 and San Andreas and Vice City, it was a very big shift, and they did tell a personal story with Nico and stuff. Um, but I think that you're going to see that like times 10 with GTA 6. I think it will be.
Or
Go ahead.
finish what you said.
I mean, I was just going to say like I do think it's going to be a tonal shift, and I think it will try to tell like a very personal, uh, self-focused narrative.
For like a main character, um, I wonder like how would you feel like if they maybe had like a female? That would be a first for the series, or even like Rockstar, like in general, like to have like a female lead.
Yeah, they could do like they could do like what Assassin's Creed has done recently. Well, actually, a lot of Ubisoft games did this recently, where you have two characters, um, one male, one female, and it's just like pick which one you want to play as. They're both totally different characters, and they're both have their own lines and their own personalities. But maybe they do something like that. Um, I don't know. I mean, I don't I just don't want it to be create a character. I don't want, you know, I don't want the hey, create your own character and go through it as, all that. Like I want a whoever it is, male, female. I want someone that Rockstar has designed and put a lot of time into, and whoever's the right character for GTA 6, then they're the right character.
The the reason I say female is because for one, there's never been a female main character in a GTA game, and
Hmm.
for two, I was thinking about like Sadie in Red Dead 2. Rockstar was really building her up towards the later half of the game,
Hmm.
and that just got me thinking. I was like, what if they had like a female lead for GTA 6?
Well, say something like I still want like Sadie focused stuff, like whether that's Red Dead 3 or whatever. I still think that, I mean, she was one of the best parts of that game. So, um,
Or I don't know how would this work. This is an idea that just came to the top of my head, and I know there's no kids in GTA, but like, and there would be a lot of controversy for sure. But imagine if like there was like a teenager or something like that.
yeah, maybe like you
Like I
you
said, I don't
grow up through the story.
work. Yeah, I don't know how that would work, but it's just a thought that just came to my head.
They could do John Marston's great 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 grandson.
Yeah.
Well, we do know that though. I think we know that I don't know if it's theorized or we do know, but well, no, the Easter eggs in Red Dead 2 very much seem to point that GTA and Red Dead take place in the same universe. So it's possible that John Marston's great 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 offspring is off there somewhere roaming around the streets. But
Oh, is that confirmed? Yeah, and Red Dead take place in the same
well,
universe.
the Easter eggs, like there's Easter eggs that like directly connect the two universes in Red Dead 2. So it just makes sense, like that those two universes would be in the same place. But
I wonder in GTA 5 if you look hard enough. I wonder if there's like Marston's grave. Because isn't, I might be wrong, but isn't San Andreas close to Mexico?
no, San Andreas,
Okay.
San Andreas would be like around where like California is.
Okay, I'm thinking of something totally different then.
Yeah, Los Santos is like a replication of Los
Of
Angeles.
Los. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking there.
Yeah. Um, I guess to share a personal memory with GTA 5, because again, I was there on launch. I remember the day. I remember just the excitement. Like, it's one of those moments in gaming that you hear about with like the big launches and stuff. And man, there was just a buzz in the air. Like, I can't describe the feeling. Every like it just felt like every kid in my school, like that's all we're talking about. GTA 5, GTA 5. Everyone's wanting to get home and play GTA 5. Everyone's talking about it. I remember kids like in the upper grades that could drive, like they were on lunch or like or whatever, like they were going over and to like GameStop and getting the game. Like that's how bad people wanted it. It was just so crazy. Like everyone just like I remember getting home on 360 and just looking at the friends list and every single person is on GTA 5. Like it's just it's one of those games, like not many games, very few have that power. And that's another reason why I can't wait for GTA 6 is I want that moment again. You just don't get that moment with a lot of games. And that's why I'm excited that you're a GTA fan now because, you know, hopefully you'll get to experience that kind of magic that because it really is. It was such a magical moment, and I mean, that's probably the only time in my life that something like that's happened with a game release. Just every single person is talking about it. Every single person wants to play it, and then when you get home, you see that everyone is playing it. Like, it's just something that just can't be replicated by pretty much anything, honestly.
I, I don't think because isn't GTA 5 like the biggest entertainment launch in history?
Yeah.
I think it still holds that title. I can't really think of a game that would like that has that like kind of power that like everyone is. Like, you have both like the hardcore fans and like the casual fans and like uh people that ain't even gamers like going out and buying it.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, people with their own personal things. You know, like people have their own personal games, and then they have their friend groups. You know, especially with social media. You know, on Discord or Twitter or whatever. And you all are excited about it. You and your friend group are excited about a game. You know, and whether that's Elden Ring, for instance, there's gonna be a lot of From Software fans that have waited a long time for Elden Ring, and it's gonna be a big moment for them. But you're not going to go to work or you're not going to be in school and everyone's going to be talking about Elden Ring. There's a lot of people that don't even know what Elden Ring is. There's a lot of people that don't know what From Software is. Yeah, GTA is different. Like the moment GTA 6 comes out, I can guarantee you that in places like work and in schools and stuff like that is all people are going to be talking about. Everyone's going to be talking about it. I remember teachers. Like I remember like we had some cool teachers in school that were like kind of, you know, 10 years older than us, they had kind of been in school about 10 years ago and they were kind of around that age where they grew up with games and even they were talking about GTA and stuff. It's just one of those moments. It's a big moment. It's like a it's just one of those moments that it just doesn't happen every it really does feel sometimes like a once in a lifetime thing, but GTA 6 really has the potential to I guess do that again, and that's why I'm so excited for whenever it comes out.
And I'll get to be a part of it.
Yeah, it really is special. I mean, I was so happy to be a part of that, and just it was just so crazy. I'll never forget that moment, like the launch of GTA 5. It was just insane. It was just really crazy, but so fun.
I,
And
I remember I remember when Red Dead 2 came out, which I mean I got Red Dead 2 digitally. I didn't um, go to GameStop, but I remember a guy from GameStop. I remember listening over to his conversation, and I remember him saying that like the lines were backed up outside for Red Dead 2.
yeah,
But as you're saying, like with GTA 5, I don't even think like Red Dead 2 like it had a lot of people talking about it. But would you say it had like nearly as many people as like GTA 5?
no, no. I mean, even something like Red Dead, which is big and it had a very big launch and all this stuff, like even Red Dead doesn't have that power that GTA has, because there's a lot of people that's played Grand Theft Auto that's not played Red Dead, like there's a lot of casual gamers and stuff out there that has played Grand Theft Auto or whatever that's heard of Grand Theft Auto that hasn't heard of Red Dead, like I mean if you just look at the sales numbers, which I know that GTA 4 or GTA 5 has been on the market 4 years more than Red Dead 2, but Red Dead 2 came out 4 years ago and it's at 43 million sold. GTA 5 has been on the market 9 years and it's at like 160 million. So like there's a big difference, in those two games. Red Dead is big, but it's not as big as GTA.
And if you really, what's really, if you really think about it more, like Red not dead, but GTA 5 has outsold video game consoles. A
Yeah.
single game has outsold video game consoles.
Hmm.
Has sold more units than like a PlayStation 4.
A game that launched on the 360. A game that came out
Yeah,
2 gens ago.
sold more than a PlayStation 4.
Yeah. It's I mean, the Xbox One was estimated to be at 50 million sold. It's what, tripled it, quadrupled it. Like, it's just crazy. It really. I mean, there's not many things like GTA 5. And I know like with things like the remaster and stuff, it has gotten to a point to where unfortunately, like I have gotten kind of sick of hearing about it. And I think that for for a lot of people, that sort of puts a negative image of GTA 5 in their head because for people like me who was there at the beginning, I mean, it's been 9 years. It's been almost a decade of just GTA 5. So yeah, I mean, am I sick of hearing about it? Sure. Am I tired of it being the only GTA game? Yeah. Um, and unfortunately, that's just kind of how it is when it's the only game that's been released for like the last 9 years in the series. But I mean, it doesn't take away from how great the game is. I mean, it's like I said, I hate that it's gotten to that point to where you literally are sick of hearing about it. Like the remaster, for instance. Like I just, I just don't really care. I mean, it's just GTA 5 again. And I've not, they've not really showed the enhancements or anything yet. But I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of hearing about GTA 5 as much as I love it. Like I'm ready to move on and get to GTA 6 because yeah, I want to be blown away again. Hopefully. So hopefully that reveal's
At
coming
least
this
they
year.
finally
Yeah,
in the blog post.
they finally acknowledged the existence, and I mean everyone knew, like it wasn't no secret, but it was nice for them to finally come out and at least say it.
Do you think GTA 5 will get, not GTA 5? Do you think GTA 6 will get this year? Like an official trailer
Yes,
or a teaser?
I think it will get revealed this year. I don't, well, because like to me it doesn't make sense to like just why would you put that out? Like why would you? I don't know. Well, I guess you could do it for a number of reasons, but I feel like I feel like they're trying to get people ready. They're starting that marketing cycle, which it's going to be 2 years away from release. I mean, I've always said this. If you look at Rockstar timelines, they always reveal the game. Like Red Dead 2 revealed in 2016 for a 2017 release date, and then it got delayed to 2018. GTA 5 was revealed in 2011 for a 2012 release date. It got delayed to 2013. It always happens, and so they'll reveal it this year with a 2023 release date, and it'll come out 2024. So it's 2 years away still, but I do think it got revealed this year.
Yeah, they'll have to keep with the tradition of like the reveals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do, do you see it just like GTA 6 reveal? Do you see it just like a trailer dropped on Twitter, or do you see it like being at like a Sony show or
No.
something?
Rockstar always just does things on their own. Like it'll just be one day we'll get on Twitter and Rockstar will drop it, and I really think the internet will break. Like I really think the moment that that is uploaded to Twitter, and it'll be about a minute short teaser. Rockstar first trailers always focus on the world. If you go back and you watch the GTA 4 reveal trailer, you watch the GTA 5 reveal trailer, you watch the Red Dead 2 reveal trailer, they always focus on the world. Usually with like sort of a glimpse at the main character, or in the GTA 5 case, I think it just showed Michael, but it'll be like a minute long. It'll focus on the world. It'll confirm the setting, and then there'll be a tease of the main character, and that'll be that. And then it'll say 2023, and the internet is going to lose their minds. anything else to say about GTA 5 or?
No, that's all I have to say about GTA 5. I really enjoyed the game. I thought it was, a classic. I definitely maybe could see myself replaying it a few years down the road. Or I might even if I might even jump back on the remaster when I drop it next month. If
Yeah,
it's like, I don't know the upgrade paths for it. I don't know if it's going to be free or you have to pay for it. Um, hasn't like GTA 5 like topped every MPDs since it came out?
I would say it probably has. Like, I don't want to say yes because I'm not for sure, but I mean, it's a safe bet to say it probably has.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if like GTA 6 came out and like GTA 5 was still selling?
I mean, honestly, it probably will. Because there's going to be a lot of people that just still buy GTA 5 for some reason. I don't know if it'll ever die. But yeah, I don't know if have anything else to say about GTA 5 that's not already been said. Um, I adore the game. I love it. Um, I know you always ask me like, why do I say GTA 4 is my favorite? Again, it's more of a nostalgia thing. I'm not going to sit here and say that GTA 4 is the better game because it's not. GTA 5 is the better game. It's better than GTA 4. And now that GTA 5 has been so long ago, my nostalgia has started to get pretty big for it because I mean, I was practically a kid when I played GTA 5. So, I don't know. I mean, I'll always go back and forth on it. I guess I do have a lot of nostalgia for GTA 4. Um, and I still stand by my statement that Nico is a better character than the three characters in GTA 5. But that's my personal opinion. But I don't know. GTA 5 is the better game for sure. But yeah, I love the game, and I'm happy you loved it. I'm happy that you're now a GTA fan like me, and that you see the magic of GTA. It's a very unique franchise, a very unique game. So there's not much
I
else like
would
it.
even I would even say that the world of Los Santos, I would say that that's probably the best open world game I've played. Like the best open world in general. I would say it's probably like neck and neck with like Breath of the Wild and Los
Yeah,
Santos.
yeah.
Like it's
I mean, Rockstar Open
what was
Worlds,
you gonna
man.
say?
I mean, they're just Rockstar Open Worlds are just a character in themselves. Like their worlds are
Yeah,
characters, and yeah, Los Santos is absolutely. I would even. I would almost say even Los Santos might be better than the Red Dead 2 open world. Like,
I would agree with that.
because like the Red Dead 2, there is definitely. I feel like the Red Dead 2 world is more dynamic. Like it feels like a more living world, but Los Santos in GTA 5 is just something else. Like it is just an amazing open world.
And like open world games with me, like I get bored of open world games pretty easily, and I normally don't finish open world games. But like GTA 5 is just different.
Yeah.
Like that's how you know that I have a lot of respect for the game because I completed it. I if I don't like an open world game, I won't beat it.
hmm Yeah, I mean, because open world games can get stale very quickly, but the world just has so much character. It's just like I just had fun walking the streets and just exploring the world. It was just so fun. There's just always something to do.
And I feel like many have like tried to like replicate it, like
Yeah,
GTA 5 the open world, but like I think very few like actually succeed in doing it.
I mean, there's not many people that can copy Rockstar.
Even like I said that Breath of the Wild was probably my favorite open world, but like even like Breath of the Wild, it's like its open world is like different from Lost because like Los Santos is just like it's like booming populated city, and like Breath of the Wild, it's not that, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would agree. Very few or like hardly any could copy Rockstar's open world.
Yeah. It's GTA 5 is a masterpiece. That's that's about all I have to say on it.
Yeah, same here.
All right. Well, if you don't have anything else to add, I guess that's all for our GTA 5 retrospective.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. If you've watched this far, I appreciate that. And make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter. I'll be posting a lot of game reviews over there and some retrospectives and stuff probably in the future. But see you later.